crate diggers. Roll the bones. Needle drop, dice roll, let the good times spin. Preferred game nights in the vinyl bins. From cider grooves to the late night sound. Commonwealth crate digging going round and round. Crate digging, roll the bones. Spin that vinyl, find those tones. Stack the records, cue the show. Commonwealth, let's go!
Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. It is Sunday. Here is your live stream for your Sunday evening, afternoon. If you're going to watch this later, we do appreciate it. Tonight we are back with one of my favorite segments that we've done previously. This is Roll the Bones, or if you want to call it Roll the Dice, you can do as well. On this evening, the Three Musketeers are back, the OG crew. We've got Joe from Racer Joe on this evening as my sidekick as usual. And as north as you can possibly get with the Polar Bears, he is back from high demand. It is Daryl, the Northern Vinyl guy.
Well, I don't know if it's by high demand, but you know.
Oh, for sure it is. But you know,
and just so that people are aware, just so we're aware. In a previous life, I mean, that was me playing that guitar on that intro theme song for you guys. I just passed it along to Joe. That's how I roll.
I just mix it all together, but I get all of the talent from Daryl. That's it, and then I do the mixing. So, and Chris, you're just here for the looks. So you're doing a perfect job.
I got to go do something really quick because I have one of these LG TVs that if it's idled for too long, all of a sudden it goes to some stupid screensaver with music on it, and it's bothering me right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to go shut my TV off.
Yeah.
It's probably a screensaver of Daryl, so he's looking at himself.
He's the legend, you know, exactly. So,
or just got a polar bear on the front.
You mentioned he's the furthest north guy. He was putting up his pool today, though, right?
Yeah.
So
we'll go to you first, Joe, as we usually do. What have you been up to? You've been a busy guy. Do you want to tell everybody what's been happening there?
Yeah, it's been a little crazy, both at the shop and then not crazy for me, but Joe and I took a trip quick up to Saskatoon, the other large city in Saskatchewan, went up for a friend's birthday party, a 50th birthday party, went out for a bite to eat, went to a really interesting art gallery. And I know this face doesn't really make you think of art gallery all that much, but Joanne and I do like to go. It was the Ramey Modern Art Gallery, so got to see some original Picassos, which was kind of cool, as funky as they are. There was some great Indigenous art. That was the current touring piece that was in there. Just some fantastic stuff. Then again, like I said, went out for a party, went and did an escape room. Never got out. Had to get a hint almost every time. We sucked. We completely sucked. But anyway. And just hung out with two of our closest good friends that we don't get a chance to see as much as we would like, obviously, because they're not way far away, but, 300 kilometers, 250 kilometers away. And then at the shop, we bought 2,000 records in the last while, so I'll be busy for a little bit. I've started to sort through them and go through them. It was two different collections. We talked to a guy, and I went and picked him up on a Friday. And then as I got back, Ken, my boss, the guy that owns the shop, is on the phone talking to another guy, and we bought another one. So it was like back to back. I put it out there in the universe. Hey, we buy records. And then all of a sudden they kind of came out of the woodwork. Another guy called the other day. He's got 500. There's another guy in the shop the other day talking to Kent as well, has another 50, So that's good, though. You have to have that. It's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. That's not the right word. But, of these 2,000, there'll probably be 1,000 to 1,200, that will be good sellable stuff. The other stuff is going to be things that will just go on a shelf and die there for forever. But if you're going to get these big collections at the right price, you've got to buy it all. So the second one, though, when the guy brought it in on last Saturday, I met him down there at the shop. This stuff is in perfect condition. It's like he played it, and I don't maybe he did. He played it, recorded it, and then shelved the album, because these things are mint from not so much the 60s, but there's some 70s in there, but a lot of 80s stuff. And the spines are perfect, and the vinyl is perfect, and there's no creases, there's no rips, there's no tears, there's nothing on the inner liner sheets and stuff. So yeah, it's just crazy. So it's going to take me a while to go through them. Again, I've kind of sorted them a little bit, but I have to sort them and price them and clean them and sleeve them and get them out. So yeah, keep me going for a while, but that's okay. Keep an old man busy, which is not a bad thing.
So two bits I want to pick up on that. When you said the escape room, was it a record shop?
It was not a record shop. No, it wasn't. It was actually you had to get some old senile crazy ass uncle's last will and testament to get out or something like that. We sucked. Like I said, we got through we were late to start with, and then we got through I think the first 3 of 12 clues, and 2 of them we had to get a hint from the people that ran the place. We just kind of got there late, and then it just went to shit from there. But because I like doing them, they're fun. But you got to have the right people. You got to be in the right mindset, or you're just sitting there spinning your wheels. And then what was the other thing?
And the other thing I was going to say was, can you afford to be more picky now when people are coming in with these collections, because you've taken on so much on board as it is now in the last month?
I think you can. Yes. I mean, there is that stuff that will sell regardless. Where Huey Lewis and the News Sports. If I had 20 of those, they would sell. Again, Meatloaf, Fleetwood Mac, albums I've talked about before. So if that stuff came back in again, although we've got now 2 to 3 copies, because there was some of those in both collections. If another one came and it was the right price, you almost have to. You almost have to. You don't have to, but you're right. You do have. You can be a little more picky, but again, you can't turn it down if someone comes in and again it's the right price. Yeah, it's stock, and we've still got a little bit of room in the back, so it's that factor of room comes down to it more than anything. I mean, there's still the cost as well, but
so what you're saying is sometimes the more common the record, the better the chances of selling it are.
100%. Yeah. I mean, we've got not lots, but I've got 2 bins full. So let's say 200 of, those $100 to $200 records, the MoFi stuff and, the limited press ones and things like that. And every once in a while, someone comes in looking for that. But again, if I had 20 Fleetwood Mac rumors, I'd sell 20 Fleetwood Mac rumors almost to the next 20 people that came in. It's this.
Yeah, because I guess where I'm going with this is if, let's just say by some random chance you ended up getting a First State Butcher cover, that is like a niche thing that only certain people are going to be buying. Like you're not going to be. That's not a walk off the street and somebody's going to be spending $1,000 on a record. It might sit there for a while, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it'll sit in Joe's record room if he ever picked up that.
Yeah, I don't have my own copy of that. But no, you're exactly right, Daryl. That's the thing. Like I said, we've got some great stuff there, and I've got it fairly priced. But it's also, fairly priced with crazy dollar amounts because that's going rate. Like I've got a couple of MoFi Beatles revolvers that have never been opened. And they're at $250, but that's, again, that's going price and or a little less than, but not a lot of people walk in and go, here's $250 for a single album. So yeah, it's tough. So lots of people come in, buy those $5, $10 records. There's a lot of people that will buy the $20 to $30 records, and we've got a nice bunch of those again. But yeah, it's few and far between that people come in for the big guns or whatever you want to call them, right? So. And we don't do anything online, so that doesn't help us. We've stuck to keeping it for people local and or people coming in. I'm sure if I put, like I've got that Beatles and mono box set up there. I'm sure if I put that up there at the right price, it would probably go. And it's not that I'm not opposed to doing the shipping and things like that. I just want to save it for people that are coming into the shop. So that means we do have to sit on it a little bit until the people walk in. Sorry, Chris, I interrupted you.
That's fine. Do you find many of the Beatles? Sorry, Daryl, I will come to you in a minute. I'm just asking him. I'm just poking the bear at this point. Do you get many people kind of coming in and like? Do you find it's more like the $10 bins rather than the higher? Or if you've got a Beatles there, I'd want to look at it just to see what it's all about. But do you find most people?
No, I mean, the Beatles are still popular. You'll still sell Beatles albums, right? And as long as they're in decent shape. But there is a large group of collectors. They've got all the Beatles they need, right? Because those were the ones that we all started, those of us that were looking for them, started looking for them 10, 12 years ago and have likely found them now.
And it's probably not as likely that some 20-year-old college kids going in to look for Beatles records. They're looking for stereophonics. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. It is odd though, and I've talked about this before. There was a young lady who I don't know. I'm old now, so I can't judge people anymore. I'd make a lousy bouncer. I'm gonna say at the most she's 20, and I think she's actually high school. So anyway, she goes, "Have you ever heard of a band called Player?" And I'm going, is she really talking about the Player, Baby Come Back? And I said, you mean like Baby Come Back? And she goes, yeah, that one. So she heard it somewhere, whether that was a TikTok or maybe mom and dad were listening to it or something, and she liked it. So you can't judge a book by its cover. It really does come down to that in the shop, because there's some younger folks that come in that are still looking for some of that 70s classic stuff, but there's still.
I think that's if I like yourself. I mean, if I was running a business and a 18-year-old high school student came up asking about that, right? We've all been to record shops where the owner would make them feel about this big, because how dare you ask me if of course I've heard of them, right? That kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's the approach, right? Is if you want the younger generation to appreciate the older music, right, you can't make them feel stupid about it.
No, exactly. And then and she's been in before, and she's bought quite a bunch of records, and she's bought some new stuff, and she's bought and ordered in some stuff. I have no idea what it is, but she and then she comes in and she
it's really funny. About 4 hours south of where I get off the train, 3.5 hours, there's a town that we always have to go and gas up and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, I was at the mall. I was at Sunrise Records, because it's right in the mall, and all of a sudden one of my students happened to be there, and she was like, Mr. Shannon, do you've heard of the Smiths, right? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of the Smiths.
Yeah. And
she was like, she has 3 of them in her hands, 3 different Smiths albums in her hands. She's like, well, which one would you recommend? And I'm looking at her and I'm like, I'm actually not a big Smiths fan, but I've heard on my YouTube channel that this album here is a good one.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's great. And we've all of us little older gentlemen, at some point, we always found that band that was 20, 30 years ago, right? It's just a different generation finding 20, 30 years ago. The current bigger draw, well, it'll always be 90s stuff. If you can find 90s stuff, you could sell it like in crazy. It's insane. But the 80s have kind of started to come around now a little bit as well, again, because there's that second generation of 30-ish year olds that are going back looking for the 80s stuff and things like that. So but someone could walk in and I'd have no idea what they're after. And you're right, though, you just have to hopefully find out if what they're looking for and talk to them. This whole snobbery bullshit just blows my mind that there's still guys that are out there doing that. I don't get how you can do that. I love the fact that Izzy came in and asked me if I knew who Player was, and then we talked about it for a while, right? So it was great.
It's not like that character of The Simpsons in the video shop.
No, it's not like
comic book guy.
Yeah, no. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, or Jack Black in Hard Humility, right? So yeah, but there still are guys like that, though, and I've walked into places and there's still guys like that, right? They just don't give a shit. They just think they know everything, and yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway,
I just imagine, Joe, people come up to me with the stupidest questions like, "Oh, there's a record shop," and they go, "Do you sell records?"
Yeah. Yes, we do actually. So yeah, no,
cool.
I take everybody. I take everybody as at their word. That's not the right way I'm putting it, but you know what? I judge nobody. If people are coming in looking for ABBA, and we sell a lot of ABBA, actually, you ABBA haters, you ABBA dislikers, you. Yeah, I know. But Daryl's got some more now, though.
Anyway, going to an ABBA hater from one to another. Daryl, how's your week been, mate?
Yeah, that's right.
My weekend has been busy. I've got a lot of fresh air. We'll put it that way. I did well, maybe not fresh air. Seeing I did 5 trips to the garbage dump yesterday, just cleaning up brush and garbage in our yard and all that kind of thing. So we did 5 trips. It's actually up here. There's free dump day once a month at the last weekend of the month. It's always free dump day, so I just use it to my advantage. And then we set up our swimming pool this morning. So I'm just waiting for it to fill up with freezing cold water because I got to use the hose.
Do a little
but speaking of ABBA, I did pick up a couple of ABBA records this past weekend because they were free. And Joe talks about the $5 bins and stuff like that. Well, I got to go into the radio station one last time. My wife works at the college that it's attached to, and my understanding is that upper management at some point is going to gut that old station and turn it into something else that they want to use it for. Yeah. So I figured, because she was like, one of the big bosses is coming up in a week or two. Who knows? Those things might not be in there by the end of the month, right? So I figured I'd go one more time. And there was a guy that used to be one of the DJs that was on there. He had to move out of his house, and so they transferred a lot of his records just into the station and bags and stuff like that. And he had thousands of them, and I got to go through them yesterday. So I picked up what I thought were, for me, okay records. They're not going to be for everyone, and I never did this in the video I sent you, but these are all 45s in here that I thought were kind of neat. So for sure, I tried my best. I was looking at Gordon Lightfoot, and I know Chris, you're kind of on a Gordon kick, but I couldn't find any that were clean. Like they were scratched, or the covers were moldy, that kind of thing. So I would have sent them to you, but they're just not in good condition.
It's fine, mate. I understand. I kind of, the video you showed me, I was wondering, there's a lot of records there, and I was thinking these could be damaged. But yeah, cool. Right, thanks everybody for joining us. Even though there's no comments yet, you're probably enjoying our voices. But if nobody doesn't know what the hell we're doing tonight, Daryl, over to you. Do you want to explain to everybody? You explained last time really well what this is all about.
Yeah, so this time I got a little more creative. I decided to just put the questions on my phone instead.
There you go. Good.
So basically what we're doing is we roll the dice. Joe has a set of online dice he's going to roll. And I've got questions 2 through 16. I didn't do 1 this time because you can't roll a 1 with 2 dice anyway, right? Unless you got a half dice, I guess.
Nope. I didn't know you can't roll a 1.
So yeah, there's questions that I came up with, me and Chat GPT anyway. We came up with some creative questions, and my wife. So basically you talk about your record, and then I will get Joe to roll the dice, and you have to answer a further question about that album with whatever random question comes up.
Perfect.
Cool.
And that's that. Just some fun chitter chatter just to make, they're not serious questions, just joke questions.
That's good.
What made you buy that record? Cool.
Just spoiler alert, one of the letters that I got this week was G.
Oh.
Really? Do you have anything that starts with a G? I don't think you do you?
I might. Well, no, because I haven't. No, I've done it again. I haven't pulled any greatest hits.
That's
So
good.
the way I've done this is the letters that Daryl has given me are the start of an album name. So there's no best of, no comps. It's literally I've done album name again, which was I was going through Discogs for like an hour. Just like,
Good.
because you get one letter and you go, oh, I gotta go right to the start again now. Go on to the next letter. And then I was shouting stuff out. Liz in the other room, she was like, haven't you got that one? Just like,
Sure. Why not, eh? There you go.
yeah.
Adrian is with us. So everyone say hi, Adrian. Hi, Adrian.
Hello, Adrian.
Adrian.
There you go. All right. Why don't you go first? How about you go first? Because you're on the top.
Cracking. Let's do this. Okay,
Do it.
so my first letter was I, Indigo. And I'm on a massive kick with this band.
That might be a pun. Oh, it's not a pun. I thought you were going to go with In Excess Kick.
No, this is the band, and this album is called Islands.
Yes.
Mm.
Very nice.
Picked this up in a charity shop for £2.
Yeah.
So, what have you got in here? You got Writer's Reign, Streetwalker, Let the Night Fall, Ain't That a Lot of Love, Christmas Must Be Tonight, The Saga of People Rough, Georgia on My Mind, Knocking on Lost John, Living a Dream. So,
Lovely. That's
This
So I'm
lovely.
assuming
came-
that album is like Georgia on My Mind, and so those are covers, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not quite the greatest hits, but you could class it as the covers.
Doesn't count yet. No, it doesn't say greatest. It doesn't say best of on the cover. So you're okay. You're
So-
all right.
There you go. Daryl, hit me.
All right. Okay. Let's roll the dice. I got to roll them. Here we go. That looks like a 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what I want to know, Chris. I want you to take what you consider to be the worst song on the album. Would you describe it like watching paint dry, eating leftovers, or drinking a poor quality scotch?
I'll go with the Scotch.
No, not what you're going to drink. That wasn't the question.
I'll take 2. Yeah. I'd probably go Christmas Must Be Tonight. I'm not a big Christmas kind of guy. Not a big Christmas song guy, because November it all kicks in supermarkets and that, and by December I'm ready. I'm done. If I hear Michael Bublé again,
Mhm.
it's kind of that. I know he's Canadian. I like a bit of boobs.
Yeah,
I came out wrong.
that did. It really did. Yeah.
Anyway, so there's your answer.
Very
Scotch and Christmas.
So basically, what you're saying is that Christmas song is just you would spit it out, is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna go something with that then, but yes, yeah.
So I got a question for you. Speaking of poor quality scotch, the scotch that I was introduced to way back when my dad decided to first let me drink something.
Okay.
He gave me Ballantines,
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
which
about
is
Okay.
like which is like dollar bin scotch.
Yeah. Yeah. At least Johnny Walker. I mean, Johnny Walker is mass produced and quadruple malt, I think, or whatever the hell it is, other than when you start to get up into like the black and stuff like that. But yeah, that's scary. And I mean, I don't remember, but I remember enough to know that was shit.
What I will say, I'm not a big fan of Jack Daniels. It just doesn't do it for me. Me and Liz went to Ireland 2 years ago to watch John Mayer, and we went on a whiskey tour. But I will say is the Irish whiskey's a lot smoother, so it's not so harsh as you have a Scottish whiskey. You know you're having a Scottish whiskey. This was a bit more kind of smoother going down the throat. What am I doing tonight? But Welsh whiskey is pretty much the same. We got one called Penderyn whiskey, which is really nice. I remember Liz bought it for my birthday one year, Penderyn whiskey, and she was like, "Oh, I'll come down because I got the kids," and I was down at mine. By the time she'd come down, I've drunk half the bottle, and we had to go for food that night. That was fun. And when you have a drink, you're much louder than you think you are.
Yeah.
So when the woman come over, what do you want? I'll take a steak medium.
Just yelling
And she's
at
just
the
like,
poor server.
she's like, can you just shut up? I know you can have a steak. I'll order for you.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
shut
order. Yeah, exactly. I'll just do the ordering.
So there you go. Yeah.
Cool. All right. There you go. Daryl, your turn. And I wasn't being rude. I was trying to find my letters on my phone. So in case you guys were
Well,
wondering,
I
what
just
the hell
went.
is he
I
doing?
went with the last name of the artist or the band. So my first letter was W, and I went with Steve Winwood
Nice.
and his Chronicles album, which I'm pretty sure that this is kind of like I think this is a compilation album, is what we would classify it as, because it's got a lot of his good tracks. I still haven't got around to buying any Traffic though. Traffic, I want to get some of his not early, but mid '60s Traffic. Always been intrigued, but I like Steve Winwood. Arc of a Diver is an amazing album, which I could have brought that one out too. But I mean, this one has "Wake Me Up on Judgment Day," "Well You See a Chance," Valerie, Arc of a Diver, "Higher Love," Taking Back the Night. So really
Yes.
good, and of course, for those people that can read cursive,
What are you talking about?
all the title tracks.
Steve
No,
doesn't.
there's just something about Steve Winwood. I find that he's not really talked about a lot. He's just kind of hovers. He's kind of like when I've talked about like Bruce Hornsby, for example. He kind of seems to be the British Bruce Hornsby to me. Just kind of flies just under the radar a bit,
Yeah, but super influential though, right? And I mean, it was in a lot of bands and he's put out a lot of really good music, but you're right. Before you said it, I was going to, when you were done, say, but we don't talk about him that much because we really don't talk about Steve Winwood. We talk about the Genesis and things like that, which don't necessarily equate to Steve Winwood, but there are a lot of similar, we'll call them bands that we discuss on a regular basis, but he's not one of them. And yeah, I listened to Arc of a Diver the other day and you're right. I mean, it's a fantastic album and he's always well produced and sounds really nice as well, which is always good too.
I think that's kind of what happened with Traffic as well when he was in there. I mean, you think about the British type bands that came out in the 60s. It's the Rolling Stones, it's the Beatles, it's Dave Clark 5, all of them. And then because Traffic kind of falls under that, I don't want to call it psych rock, but it has a bit of stoner element to it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it got as much radio play.
Daryl, just to say that you need to get into the zombies.
Yeah.
I love the zombies. I just haven't bought any.
Right. I'll see what I can do. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Perfect. All right. Okay. Let's roll.
The one that I would want though is obviously the big one though, Odyssey and Oracle, or
that one.
I always get the words mixed up.
You'll have what you're given.
This one. Yeah.
Stop being such a beggar, Daryl. Begging.
Such an amazing cover.
Daryl, Joe, at least we know now where we stand.
I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. All right, let's roll the dice for Daryl. Let's see. What does he get? He gets a 4.
I get a 4.
Yeah.
If this album got arrested, what would the charges be?
Traffic. Well, traffic.
Could be Traffic. I'm saying that the last song, or no, "Wake Me Up on Judgment Day," murder.
Yeah,
I think he's a murderer. He looks kind of suspect.
A little bit.
He's a little bit suspect. But yes, I suppose that if I was showing a Traffic album, it would just be like a speeding ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
2 extremes.
For sure.
Every time I think of Traffic, I always think of Dear Mr. Fantasy.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yep.
I'll tell you a quick story, right? And then Joe can move on. I bought at a record fair the best of Traffic, and it had Dear Mr. Fantasy as the last track.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Scratched.
unplayable. That's the only song I knew.
That last track is always kind of, if it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be that last one for sure. So definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, over to you, Joe.
All right. Okay. So now that I actually found my letters, I mean, I have them in order. I think I have them in order. I went with a mix, I think. Yeah, I went with a mix. So my first letter was P, and that gives us Nashville Pussy, which I've talked about before, not this album, because I just got this album, and it's a double one for me because it's a great album for me, but it's also got the pinball theme as well, as you can see. And for those that know me, know the pinball is a thing. It's the lovely blue edition, but again, just good. For lack of the proper term, sleazy Southern rock. It's not metal, it's not Southern rock, like it's not like a Skynyrd or whatever, but it's like
is it like Jackal?
Yeah, it's 100% like Jackal. Yeah, for sure, definitely. Like the Cult a little bit on Electric, more not so much Love, but on Electric, where it was a little greasier, a little grimier or whatever. It was that. Jackal falls into that category. There's some other the Four Horsemen. I've talked about them before. So the Super Suckers also fall into that category. So yeah, it's just good stuff. And this one, for those that watched the series Peacemaker on wherever, it doesn't matter, Peacemaker with John Cena, where he's the superhero Peacemaker or whatever, it's got a really killer soundtrack with a ton of European metal that's really good that I had never really heard before. And then I started watching this series and it was like, oh man, that's great. But it also had Cinderella in there, it had Motley Crue, it had that type of, I mean, this is like a little bit like a Motley Crue, where they're a little greasier metal in that sometimes as well. But come on from that show is on this one as well. So this one just came reissue, I think, actually. So, and instead of Bally, it's Ballsy. So there you go. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Let me bring back up the die board. I'm trying to have it so that's not always up there because people want to see our beautiful faces bigger than that.
Of course they do, Joe. Of course they do.
Well, they get us 2 times here. Did you notice though? I gave us new T-shirts.
I
got a Tool shirt. I like Tool.
Yeah. I've noticed Joe's been out getting tattoos done.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I didn't throw that in there. I'm not sure why that I ended up with tattoos, but because as you can see, I don't have any. Not that I wouldn't. I just have never got around to it.
It's okay, Joe. We appreciate you airbrushing your arms. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was just for the picture. You guys don't remember that, Nate, or what? We had too many beers. Okay, a 9 for me. 9.
All right, Joe.
Yes.
You've just been fired by your boss. What
That's
song
happened.
from that album are you playing on the ride home?
Okay, hold on. Let's see. What do we got? Come Down Swinging. I think that's it. It's being a little pissed off. Come Down Swinging. Although I might have done that before I left, maybe, but thinking about it on the way home as well. So yeah, it's been a long time. I was fired once, I think. So it's been a long time. So which is a good thing, I suppose. But yes, Come Down Swinging. There you go. That's what I would.
Did you get fired because you mouthed off at your boss, or?
No, I got fired because that's not a story for now. So
he was too epic, and he told them what he thought.
Exactly. Well, I didn't really get fired because of that, but that was an instant where I thought I was texting someone else, and I actually texted the guy that I was calling an asshole. It's like Rod is just an asshole, and it was like, oh shit, that went to Rod. But anyway, and I stand by my comment. He still is an asshole. So, so I didn't really get fired as much as I just wasn't doing what I was doing with Rod anymore after that. So anyway, yeah. All right, Mr. Man, your turn. We don't have any comments. We got nothing going on. So it's just us.
Cool. That's the way I like it.
Yeah.
So my next one was U for Underground or unicorn. I can't think of the word. But this one is Zach Brown Band, and this is Unhinged.
Very nice.
So Yeah. It's such a fucking nightmare to get hold of Zach Brown Band. I don't
Yeah.
know what is going on here. I love the band, but it's I don't know, you just can't get the stuff.
Yeah.
So some of the tracks on here are really good. Jump Right In and Cage, Goodbye in Her Eyes, that's an amazing song. The Wind, Island Song, Sweet Annie, another good one. Natural Disaster, Overnight. Lance's song, Day That I Die with Amos Lee. Last but not least, I was actually listening to that in the car today. It came on, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird.
There you go.
So-
Let's see that cover. That cover's cool. I like that. That's good. Yeah. That kind of Los Muerto Spanish kind of Day of the Dead stuff, right? That's always cool. There's Zach.
The back of it's cool too. Yeah.
Very nice.
Should we do my favorite game?
Sure.
Come on, in, lads. Take some bets. Get the dices out. What color do you reckon this is?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with purple this time.
Okay, Daryl.
I'm gonna go with brown.
Oh. Okay, I'll give you that one
Yeah.
because
Daryl
it
gets that.
it's a creamy brown color. Yeah. So yeah, creamy brown. So Daryl, well done.
Yeah.
I'll send you $50 in the post. All right. Well done, mate.
That's right. Checks in the mail, buddy. Checks
Yeah.
in the mail.
Return
right.
to sender.
All right, let's roll. Here we go. Roll again. That looks like an 8, which I don't think we've had.
Okay, here we go. If you had to describe that album in terms of dog breeds, would you say that album is a Chihuahua, a Golden Retriever, or a Doberman Pinscher?
I go with the golden retriever because they're loyal.
Yep.
They're a loyal dog.
Very nice.
They like sleeping and chilling out. And to this is a chill out album. It is really good. So I'd go with golden retriever. You can't beat the golden retriever. It's a golden retriever. What can I say? It's kind of
exactly.
you know.
That's
It's
right.
yeah. It's you
It's
know
not-
what you get.
And that album doesn't appear to be like annoying and yappy.
No, it's not definitely not death metal, Daryl.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, golden retriever. I'd go with loyal dog, loyal band. You know what you're getting, trustworthy, and there you go. So,
Mhm.
Very nice.
Chihuahua. The fuck did Chihuahua come from?
Well, you never know. Small and yappy, you know.
I
That
found them to be
sounds
the
like-
most annoying dog in the world,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah. You call that a dog?
That's a bit,
Yeah.
that's a bit harsh, guys.
Yeah. Well, I all my life, my parents have always had German shepherds, so I'm used to big dogs.
Yeah.
And now my mother's got a mini schnauzer that looks like a cartoon character, so it's kind of weird.
That's all right though. That's good.
So there we go. There's your answer. Hope that satisfies your.
Yeah, no,
Expectations.
that was good. That was good.
Very
So I ended up getting the letter I, and what makes this really difficult is I gotta check again, but yeah, I ended up getting the letter I twice. It was
I-
really difficult because I have very few I in my collection, but I figured go with Billy Idol. Might as well go with some Rebel Yell. Good 80s, I don't know, rock and roll. I
Yeah.
guess you would call it. Don't want to call it rock and roll, but definitely rock. Right? This has Rebel Yell on it. It's got Eyes Without a Face, which is a fantastic track. Flesh for Fantasy. Those are the big ones that are on here. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong with this guy. A little bit of punk attitude. He's got a bit of an attitude too down the pipe. And if I had hair in the 80s, I think I would have tried to go with the dyed blonde look. Yeah.
Well,
It seemed to have been a big thing back then. So
Get a
there
pull
we
it
go.
out.
Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. I don't know when the last time I ever put this thing on was. I hardly ever listen to this. I got to put it on one of these days again. It's a good, just good straight up rock.
Yep. Really, his first 4 albums are great. I mean, in my opinion, and I think I showed last week or whenever the last time we did this, I showed Vital Idol, which was all the extended mixes in that. But yeah, you just mentioned a bunch of songs, and he fell into that category of it was good rock and roll, and then it was also good party dance music as well. So, I mean, I on any given night DJing, you got at least 2 or 3 Billy Idol songs out of it because they just fit and they were great. Moni Moni, can't forget that. But then even up into Sweet 16 and that, and just good stuff. Always good stuff. I thought I've always been a I've always been a Billy fan. Here you go. That's a shot. Just so you know. Knock you down a peg or two there. So
That's the record shop in Tembe.
yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So yeah.
That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
All right. Roll the dice. Here we go. What are we gonna get? That looks like what, 12? Yeah, I think that's a 12. I know the 3 and the 8 are both there, but I think that's the 8. Yeah. So go 12.
Was it 12?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't put it up.
Didn't show on
Hold
the screen.
Yeah, it was though. Okay, I'm gonna roll again. Because it wasn't up there. Okay, it's a 6 now. It was a 12, but now it's a 6. So
Number 6.
Yeah.
If this album showed up at a family reunion, what would happen?
that could be interesting.
Well, that all depends on who's at this family reunion. I think in my family, I think it would be exactly what we're talking about, just a rock and roll party. But I think if you brought this to certain family reunions, you might have some fights on your hand. I don't know, or people just outright leaving because they'd be in protest of the, confrontational music or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But
better
in my
walking-
family reunion, it'd be a rock and roll party, I think.
Yeah, we'd be okay. Yeah.
There's nothing better than walking into a room with all family members and then you put some vinyl and just crank it right up just to interrupt them all.
You know, exactly. Exactly. Very nice. Cool. All right. I guess I'm up, eh?
Yes.
I'm gonna go next. My next letter was Q, so there were some choices, and I've kind of not gone specific, like it's not the first name of the band or the last name or the album. This just happens to be the first letter of the first name of the band, and it is the Queens of the Stone Age, and it is Back to the Start, actually.
Good album.
Yeah,
Good
really
album.
good album. Going to get a chance to see them, actually. Have not seen them before. They're opening for the Foo Fighters, so that should be a fantastic doubleheader. It's at our big stadium here in September, so really looking forward to that. I know my rule is show the gatefold, but I don't know.
Come on!
I can't do it this time.
I know
can't
what
do it
he's
this
going to show. I've seen
I don't
that
know
album.
if I can. I mean, I don't know if I've got the hands to cover up the things that would need to be covered up. But anyway, and I actually have a bootleg version of the other album cover of this as well. So, but yeah, good band. You know, Josh is a bit of a dickhead, but if you can forego that and just listen to the music, it's pretty good. So there you go, Queens of the Stone Age.
I saw them live in Cardiff Castle and they were amazing, Joe. I mean, amazing. Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great show. And then, I don't know if Dave will come and play the song he plays with them or if he'll come out and do a couple of things because, again, they're opening for the Foo Fighters. So I don't know if there will be any of that intermingling. I don't know if Josh will come out with the Foo Fighters. Grohl always brings people out on stage with them, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't like to look at anything in advance of going to a show to find out that kind of stuff. I like to find out that stuff when I'm there. So hopefully there'll be a couple of surprises.
Just a quick one, guys. I don't know if you've listened to it, Joe. Have you listened to Dave Grohl's daughter's new couple of songs
No, I
yet?
haven't listened to Violets yet. No, it's supposed
It's
to.
all right. It's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's on vinyl or, but yeah,
Yeah, I knew it was out, but I hadn't had a chance to listen to it yet. So
it's not the Foo Fighters.
no, it's
I'll
not.
just
No,
say-
no, exactly. But I've heard good things from a few people, so that's good. All right, let me do this before I roll the dice this time. Let's put it up on the stage. There you go. So nobody can accuse me of cheating. It's a 5. What is a 5?
5. All right. Would you consider that album to be like a fine wine, a glass of lemonade, or a hot cocoa?
Well, I was going to say a beer because they're all holding beer on the back, but what are my options again? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention. but I
Fine
wasn't.
wine, lemonade, or hot cocoa?
I'll go with lemonade because I think that's just a cool drink of lemonade right there. So yeah, I'll go with lemonade. Again, though, I should point out they're drinking beer on the back. So
I think
or something.
I think the lead singer is the only original one from that band now. To be
Yeah,
honest,
probably. I think it's one of those bands where, and then he came up, had the name or whatever, and hasn't had to have the argument fight with anybody yet over the name like numerous other bands. But yeah, so there you go, Queens of the Stone.
He couldn't be the easiest guy to work with in a band, though.
Don't think so. No,
No.
don't think so. More cowbell, though. We could use a little more cowbell.
I've seen some of his interviews, and he can be a total dick. I've seen him and I'm thinking, if you weren't a rock star, you'd probably be locked up.
Yeah. He falls into that category, doesn't he? Yeah, exactly.
Dickheads.
I think the same thing about Morrissey every time I see that guy.
I don't get that music at all. I don't understand the big hype. That's my personal opinion. People will probably just attack me in the comments now, but it just don't do it for me. I don't get it. It's mediocre to me, the singing.
Yeah.
Like, Smiths are good, really good, because you got the fucking musicians there. But whatever the hell he's doing, talking to the moon and shit, what's going on with it?
Well, it's not the same comparison, but it's along the lines of a Police and then Sting on his own. Like, it's just completely different. And you got used to listening to Gordon Sumner singing like he sang in the Police, and then he changed his style quite a bit, which more power to him. I'm just not a big post-Police Sting fan. I appreciate the talent and things like that. But yeah, again, the same thing. I can listen to the Smiths, and I'm not a huge fan, but I can listen to the Smiths. I don't know how much I can listen to him by himself. It just doesn't do anything for me. Plus, I think he's a fairly large asshole, as far as I understand.
Oh yes,
even to fans and to crowds, it's like, nope, screw you guys. I'm out of here, going home today because I don't want to be here anymore. And that, so yeah, just not a fan. So.
The person who cancels the most concerts ever, I think, as well.
Yeah. He gives Oasis a run for their money, I think, maybe a little bit. But, yeah. Yep. All right. What do we got? I guess we don't have any comments or anything. You know what, though? Let's do this quick before we start the next round, because it's the start of a round again. Let's do this. Hang on. I don't know why I didn't have the intro 16:9 so that it took up everything. So we might be in the background in this one too, but let's show this quick.
Thank you everyone for watching and being a part of Commonwealth Crate Digging here on YouTube. We now also have Facebook and Instagram pages. We would love to have you join us and participate there as well. Again, thanks so much for being with us here on the live stream, and we look forward to seeing you on the Facebook and Insta pages.
And we don't actually have the Instagram part yet because the guy that does all that stuff didn't get to it yet, but he's getting there. He made the promo though, but he didn't get to build the Instagram page yet. So yeah, just another place to hang out with us and post some stuff. I saw Richard put some stuff up there. I saw Curtis put some stuff up there. So yeah, just another place. And then that way we can promote the show. We can promote our guests that are on. So it's good.
This is
I don't even have an Instagram account. I gotta get an Instagram account. I don't know how to use it.
Daryl, I think you should do one for your YouTube channel, so Northern Vinyl Guy or something, so you can follow people on. Most of mine is just following other people on YouTube at this point. It's kind of. I need that record. Shit, cost me more money again.
It just costs more money. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly it. So yeah. All right, sir, you are up, Mr. Man. What's your next letter?
My next letter is A for Alpha. It's the plain. I've shown this before. I was struggling on Ace. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Ace, but plain white tees, all that we needed. If nobody knows any of this, they've pretty much done one song. Is Hey There, Delilah.
Yeah.
So it's a good album though, from start to finish. In fact, after I picked this yesterday, my Instagram went a bit nuts to them advertising their new album and new tour that they're doing. And as usual, they're coming nowhere near Wales.
I I think I just heard Hey Delilah yesterday, actually, or when we were going up on Friday. It was either on Pop Rocks on Sirius or it might have been on Green Day's Idiot Nation. I can't remember, but yeah, it comes up every once in a while. So a little familiar. Not crazy.
Is the rest of the album like Hey There Delilah, or is it a little more?
It's pretty much the same, mate. It's the same
Yeah.
kind of melody. It's the why have I bought this album? Yeah, it sounds the same. It
That's
sounds-
not good. When you
Yeah.
have to question why you bought the album, that's not
yeah. I just, good God, this came out in 2005. Now I feel old.
good. No,
Wow. Okay. Right.
I know.
Yeah. Hey There Delilah's a big hit. They got other albums out. The albums are, you can listen to the album right through. It pretty goes into the next song, into the next song, into the next song. So I don't mind it. So it's all right. I check it on now and again. If I'm being honest, I probably played it 3 times in the last 5 years. So,
That's all right. That's okay. I got albums I don't know if I've played once in the last 3 years. So anyway, okay, roll them. Here we go. That is a tree.
Okay, Chris, it's the song. It's the question that says, take the worst song on that album. Is it like watching paint dry, eating leftovers, or the worst scotch ever?
well, we've done Scotch.
Yeah.
What was the other two?
Watching paint dry or eating leftovers?
Yeah, I don't like people who leave leftovers. To be honest, if there's a meal put in front of you, you should eat it and be grateful.
That's right. There's starving children in China. Damn it. Finish
Yeah,
your plate.
so I'd say probably the worst song on here is "Sad Story," where they just go, "It's a sad story. It's a sad story." Well, okay, I need to move the stylus now because this.
So it's
That could
boring
be-
as all get out.
It could be leftovery then, I suppose, right?
I gotta be honest. The second half of the album with Hey Delilah's on the Hey Delilah's the last track, by the way. They've done that on purpose. You have to listen to the album.
Yeah.
But the second side is much better than the first, I'd say. So hope
Cool.
that answers your question.
Oh yeah.
Another stupid color should be yellow, but it's red.
That's all right.
Can't answer that. Don't know what's going on. But they are re-releasing this album, so you can buy it. You can buy it on Amazon for like £15. But if you go to the web store, you can buy it for £50 and have it signed.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm not sure that that's a 45 or a 35 pound signature, but you never know.
No,
They'll
I,
sell
I'm,
a
I'm,
couple.
I'm good.
Speaking of signatures, I sent it to you guys the other day, but just so the viewers are aware, you can buy Shania Twain's new album signed for $52 as well.
You can. Yep. That's right. Little Miss Twain.
Those
Yeah.
of you in the UK, that's about 38 pounds.
Yeah, it's a nice looking cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So I should let you in on a secret, not necessarily a secret, but my CarPlay was on when we were driving home yesterday. So Joanne knows that you think Shania Twain is hot because it just played over the speaker. It was everyone. It was like our whole conversation, you two old biddies on the damn WhatsApp, just on and on and on and on. It's just like I was like, yeah, I got to shut this off. So, but,
Yeah,
anyway.
she sent me a picture on your phone, and I was like, that doesn't really impress me much, Joe.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was funny because it was about 10 minutes after you mentioned that that Shania Twain came on whatever channel we were listening to. So, but,
Cool.
yeah. Okay, Daryl, your turn, sir.
Okay, so my next letter was the letter T. Here's an album. I haven't shown this one for a while. I have both of theirs. Well, both of the main ones. Wasn't sure what I should go with. So I went with Into the Gap and Thompson Twins. This one I think this is the one that has Doctor Doctor on it, which is my favorite Thompson Twins song.
Yep.
Forget what else is on here. I don't know what you would classify this as. It's not, I don't classify it as new wave. This also has Hold Me Now on it, which is the other one. And it's got some, I don't know what that is on the back cover. Is that like a picture of the heart?
I don't know. It's like a weird map of some sort. I don't know, a map of the heart. I don't know. Maybe, but
Yeah, so these guys, I mean, these guys are all right. Once again, um, it's your typical mid '80s, mid to late '80s new wave pop kind of music, and I don't know. I've always enjoyed that kind of stuff, and of course, once again, I get jealous when I see like the hairdos of all these people because I just don't have any.
Daryl, I've told you before, a mullet would really suit you, mate.
I know I can't quite decide on which version of us I want to be up there. There we go. But I didn't think the circles looked that bad. But yeah, there's a picture of you somewhere. Oh yeah, you're our profile picture on our WhatsApp. Your long hair, right? Yeah, that's where it is. So yeah,
I get the Billy Ray Cyrus look going on there.
Yeah,
right.
I think I sent him a message saying, "You playing tennis today by any chance?"
Yeah.
I think I was telling you guys this. I wore it as a joke in one of my classes the one day, and one kid walks in and they go, "What the?" They swore. They went, "What the fuck?" And I just looked at them and I'm like, "Why are you dressed as Joe Dirt today?"
Very nice.
So funny.
Yeah, you got to give him that one. You can't give him grief for saying that
No.
because that's what
No.
I think that was a typical response.
I hardly
right?
ever do anymore. I mean, unless it's directed right at me.
Yeah.
I just tell them, hey, just calm down a bit. But
Yeah.
Is it
That's fair.
you got the wig on and you have to put a hairnet on over the top to do?
Yeah, exactly. Just long ass. All right, let's roll the dice. Here we go. Oh, there you go. A 16.
16.
Couple of 8s. Yeah.
You are on an Olympic. You are an Olympic athlete. What song from the album is my walkout song?
Oh,
Nice.
That's a tough one on this album. No Rest for the Wicked would probably be the one that I would say, just
There you
because
go. That's
you
good.
know, I mean, if I'm an Olympic athlete, I got to have some kind of lyrics that are ready to pump me up. Although Doctor, the song itself would pump me up, I think, but it has nothing to do with being an athlete. That's for
No.
sure. And
Probably
speaking of athleticism, we are only a mere week and a half away from the opening of the World Cup here.
We are. That's
I'm
right.
looking
Yes.
forward to it. And I know that Chris is going to be supporting us, even though Canada is not expected to go past the second round.
Never
Yeah,
know.
I-
It could be the Cinderella, right? Could be.
yeah. Let's just put it this way: I won't be encouraging the English on, but yes, I will be Commonwealth country. If we were going to lose to anyone, then Canada would probably be the one to watch. And I hope you face America and absolutely demolish them, mate.
We
Yes, to be
appreciate
quite honest with you, I don't know about you, Joe, but now that Montreal's out of the Stanley Cup playoffs, I got no use for the Stanley Cup now. Carolina and Vegas, who fucking cares?
Yeah, the hot
Tell us
bed-
how you really feel.
Yeah, the hotbeds of
Holy cow,
hockey,
like-
right? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't paying much attention before. Of course, I was going for a Canadian team being in there. I haven't watched a lot of hockey in the last little while. It just hasn't done anything for me. But of course, I would love to have seen a Canadian team at least get in there. It just it's good for camaraderie. It's good for the country and things like that. But yeah, so the very little shit that I gave before is now completely gone whatsoever. So other than I've been to a Las Vegas Golden Knights game, so.
I just think about a sport like hockey and I go, Vegas is in a desert. Carolina is on an ocean.
Yeah.
Are you-
The only one not worse, it's not the right way to put it, is of course the Tampa Bay Lightning winning all the goddamn time, right? Because there's another hotbed of hockey, Southern Florida. But
yeah.
Daryl, is Canada holding any games? Are they going in with the USA to show some
for the World Cup? Yeah,
Yeah.
Canada's home openers in Toronto, and then there's some games I think in Vancouver.
Yeah,
Vancouver or Montreal, I can't remember. I think it's Vancouver though.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a few.
Vancouver. They were going to try.
I know.
But they couldn't get Olympic Stadium ready, so.
I believe that the agreement with Iran too was that Iran is going to play all their games in Mexico because Donald. Well, let's not go there. They just don't want to play in the United States.
Yeah, what's going to happen if they get to the final?
Off
to Montreal we go, lads.
That's right. Exactly.
Elbows up, here we go.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool.
Okay. My next letter was an A. So again, I've got no rhyme or reason to this other than it is Alicia Keys.
Oh, nice.
And this is a great album from a while ago now. This is the reissue of it, but I don't even know when this came out the first time, but 2001, and then this was a 2011 reissue, but good stuff. Not something I put on all the time, but definitely wonderful music and a fantastic performer. And yeah, just very, very good. And young at that point. That's 25 years ago, for Christ's sake, 2001. That just seems completely and utterly wrong, but yet it is. So anyway, yeah. And then, of course, I think that's probably her best known album, Songs in A Minor, I believe. So just really, really good. I like this album.
What was the hits off that one, Joe?
What was on here? How come you don't call me? I think that was a bit
No One, I think. Is that on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it? I can't remember if it is or not. No, I don't think it's on there. And then, of course, the one that she did, New York. Well, that was more of a Jay-Z song than it was a her song, right? But yeah, Piano and I, Girlfriend. Yeah, Jane Doe. It just really, really good. Again, I haven't listened to it for a while, and I haven't listened to it a lot, but I thought I hadn't ever shown it before either, so I pulled it out for the A. So there you go.
Amazing voice.
Yeah, very much so, definitely, and just great to listen to as well. She falls into that category of well, there's so many, like the Sade's of the world and things like that, right? So, all right, let's see. I did it again. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can get it to show before the dice go away. There you go. It is a 9. That's a
9.
6. I think that's a 6. Anyway, let's go with 9. Yes, please.
Joe, you know what? Roll again, because that's the you just got fired by your boss one.
Oh, okay. Well, what else have we got on here? Troubles. Anyway, Rock with Choose on here too. Anyway, all right, let's roll again. What the hell? Here we go. That is a 6. Please.
Okay. Well, you haven't answered this question. If that album was to show up at your family reunion, what do you think would happen?
I would just get rid of everybody else, and Alicia and I would just hang around for a while. Or something along the lines of that. No, I think that'd be good. I think that'd be okay. We're fairly eclectic, actually, group. It depends on, I guess it depends on the how big the family reunion is. Like everybody, Joanne and the kids, I think would all be good with it. I don't know how much my mother would appreciate it. She's more of a 60s, early 70s kind of a gal, but yeah, I think it'd be all right. Again, like I said, other than just Alicia and I hanging around and having a coffee or something, I think it would probably go over okay.
Yeah, it always starts with a coffee, doesn't it?
It always starts with a coffee. That's right. That's where it's supposed to start. Anyway. Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
All right. We still I don't have the comments up, but I don't think there are any, so we don't have to worry about that. And
can we just quickly just let's talk about your quiz, mate, because you've come to the end now, haven't you? Surely.
Yeah. We actually I finally have got 9 different winners out of 12 episodes. There was a few people that played a couple of times and won a couple of times, but yeah. So Rock and Roll Jeopardy, we've got the 9 contestants. My most recent video is a drawing that I did to see who plays who. And yeah, Daryl is, of course, in the championship, as are a lot of other people that we hang around with all the time, right? Curtis is in there and Trevor. And I shouldn't have started because now I got to name them all, but I'm not going to name them all. But you know what? Let's just do this because it explains it all. And so there you go. A little bit of representation. We've got one UK person in there. Christian, of course, is in there. We've got some Canadians. We've got some Americans, and it should be good. Like I said, if you go and watch on my channel, I did the drawing of who's going to play who. There's going to be 3 rounds of 3 contestants, as there always is, and then those 3 winners are going to go on to the final. I've got $100 to the winning charity of the actual grand champion, and then $50 to the charity of the 2 others that make it into the final in that. So I'm going to keep that going, and yeah, looking forward to it. I think there's going to be some great matchups. I know, Daryl, I think you're looking forward to the guys you're playing, or you're not looking forward to the guys you're playing. I don't know. So I think
I got a tough matchup. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any easy ones, to be honest. I think everybody is actually very good, and there's a lot of general knowledge in there. It might come down to, it's going to come down to the weekly wagers, right? Where those fall, sometimes it makes a difference, or you get that one category that you run and it gives you a little bit of momentum, and then you start to build from there. So I've got everybody in a bit of a group chat, so we're going to try and figure out over the next week or so to at least get one recorded and put up for next Monday. So that'll be the start, and then hopefully I can record them all and get them back to back, and then do the championship. It's just tough to get. I keep saying it. It's tough to get 4 adults together at the same time, which we all know, because sometimes not so bad. And actually, everybody that's in the tournament is looking forward to it, right? Because I think they enjoyed themselves, and I think they're looking forward to it. So it should be good.
Yeah, just don't ask Daryl any Glass Tiger questions. Sorry, couldn't resist that one.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more. I've actually kind of picked the rounds, the questions and stuff. So I've actually gone in just a little bit of order as to how I wrote them. So
I can see Daryl's face as soon as he didn't answer. He was like, Chris is gonna absolutely rip me another one on this one.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll never forget that. I saw the question and I was looking at it and I was like, it seems familiar. And then all of a sudden, I forget who it was I was playing against. She rang in and I went, because I knew it as soon as.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was you and Aaron and Mark maybe in that one. I can't remember, but yeah. So, but you had the big comeback. It was good. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Again, everybody that's played, those that aren't in the tournament and those that are, it's just been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun, and just more hanging out with the people I enjoy hanging out with. So it's been good.
Cool.
Mr. Man, you're up. What do you got?
My next one was the letter O for October. You mentioned this earlier on.
Okay.
I told Daryl he needs to buy. Looks like his VCLT come in, but
there you go.
It is Odyssey Oracle. So you could have 2 O's there actually.
You could
for extra points. I'm gonna have to do this because the writing is just I just can't see it. So you've got side 1, you've got Carousel 44, a Rose for Emily, maybe after she's gone, Beechwood Park, Brief Candles, Hang Up on a Dream, side 2, Changes. I Want Her, She Wants Me, This Will Be Our Year, Butcher's Tale. You've got Friends of Mine and Time of Season. So got this directly from the Zombies website. I think it was Sam St. John said, well, if you've got the first Zombies, you need to, the first one I bought, you need to get this one as well. So I'll just show you the inside quick. So there you go.
There you go. Very nice. That for me is one of those albums, and I think we all know that there's certain albums we all have to have, right? They make all the lists of the albums that you have to have, etc., etc. That one lives up to the hype. That is just a solid, wonderful, of its time period, and still really, really great now album, I think. So.
Yeah, I was actually listening to it yesterday again, and it is good. It's I was cleaning my records. I checked this on, but yeah, it's pretty cool. How many albums did they do, Joe?
I think they only did 3, and then there was a bunch of different compilations, because then all of a sudden everybody kicked in. Oh man, we should probably be listening to these guys. Like, they made that album, and it didn't do very much in the UK at the time. It's obviously it's grown, and its momentum and its legendary status has grown over the years, but I think that they disbanded after that, right? And then they just didn't do much. They came back, they did some things together after everybody kind of went, oh shit, we should probably be listening to these guys because they were very good. They didn't, whether they didn't get the hype, they didn't get the media, they didn't get whatever, they didn't get, probably their record company, you know, sucked or whatever. So, but yeah, really good. And not just that one, the others are good as well, but that one just stands out. Of course, the artwork, the cover and things like that help it a little bit too, but so exactly. All right, let's bring up the board and let's roll the die. Here we go. That's a 9. I don't know if he's answered the 9 one.
I think I have.
You have not answered the 9 question. You've just been fired by your boss, Chris. What song from the album are you playing on the ride home?
I'll go side 2 with Changes.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another one, Hung Up on a Dream. You could have gone with.
Now we'll ask you the question, Crab. You've ever been fired before, Chris?
Yeah. Quite a few times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you off screen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All I'm saying, it involved a cruise ship, and yes, we'll go from there.
And we'll go from there. There was rules and they were broken. Is that where? Never mind. We won't get into it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Liz might be watching.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, Daryl, you're up, sir. What do you got next for a letter?
Well, this next letter, we talked about this band in passing earlier. I ended up with the letter F, and Chris asked about this guy's daughter, and so go with the Foo Fighters.
Nice.
And the Essential compilation. I believe I got this either as a Christmas gift or a birthday gift, but I know my wife got it for me on one of those occasions. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I mean, for me, I don't need anything else by the Foo Fighters. I think this pretty much sums up what I need is a compilation by the band. And I mean, it has everything by these guys, from Everlong to Monkey Wrench, My Hero, Best of You, All My Life, This Is a Call, Learn to Fly. There's even an acoustic version of Everlong on here. So yeah, for what it's worth, I do like the Foo Fighters, but I don't need every album that they ever came up with. And in fact, I will say that when I was in high school, during that whole grunge alternative phase, I actually wasn't a fan of the Foo Fighters. That's a band that I came around to much later, probably mid 2000s by the time I actually started appreciating them.
I'm the same. All My Life came out, and that's when I kind of went, oh, okay, what's this band all about, kind of thing. And if you remember the music video, it was an empty stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, like I liked Everlong. Everlong was a good song. I always liked it because of the hi-hat and the drums on it, but it took a little while for me to grow on that one. But I knew lots of students in high school that really loved them, whereas me, I was more the Nirvana. You know, Dave Grohl is a drummer for Nirvana. That was more me at the time, and I think that maybe that's what it was. Is it's just Foo Fighters is not Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. It's its own thing. So I think that's what happened for me.
Yeah, and if Big Me would have been the way that the Foo Fighters were going to continue, I wouldn't have been a fan ever, because I was not a fan of Big Me at all. I enjoy that album, but that song and that first single and stuff, it was like, and it's not, it was probably in my mind. It was partly because, oh, that's Dave, and Dave was in the Nirvana, and that's not how that sounds. But I just didn't like that song at all. But then you got into Hero and all the rest, and then they had the hook.
So the one you've got there, Daryl, they done that album on purpose because that was just after Taylor Hawkins died. Yeah. So they released that as kind of, that's our with Taylor kind of situation there. And then they brought out the album to White Cover. I can't remember the name of it, which was kind of a tribute to him. So
Yeah.
that was a good album, actually. And I enjoyed that one. But yeah, I can see
You-
you
you-
saying,
I,
Daryl,
I,
a greatest hits would be a good starting point for anybody that wants to dip their toe into the Foo Fighters, because it's got the hits on it.
yeah, and I mean, you know what? I like even back when these essential compilations, even when they were on CD in the 90s, my dad had some, and they usually do a pretty good job of
Yeah.
what a compilation should be. It's not really missing too much on those essential ones. So, and it's a pretty decent pressing. It's, I mean, we talked about this before. I mean, it's not audiophile, but at the same time, I
No.
mean, it's got everything you need.
Yeah, the essential releases were really good back in the day on CD, because I think one of my favorite ones where they brought was the Johnny Cash Essentials. That was a really good one as well.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, if
And
anyone wants to
actually,
get
that's
started,
that's another one. Really, at the end of the day, that if you don't want everything Johnny
Mm.
Cash, I mean,
yeah,
that's all you're gonna need.
There's
Yeah.
about 57 different Johnny Cash compilations, actually, and 25 of them came in the shop in the one collection the other day. Not quite, but there was actually some very early Johnny Cash, like the album that had Ring of Fire on it. Not a compilation, because you find that all the time, but the actual album with Ring of Fire. And then there was another one, the one that had Cry, Cry, Cry on it, which might even be the same. But anyway, yeah, Johnny's got 200 albums, and I think 150 of them are compilations. But
No, I was gonna see that's a question I had for you about the shop. Like when you take a collection and you say yes, we're gonna take it, and there's 20 Johnny compilations in there. Obviously,
Right.
you're not gonna throw them all out at the same time. Do you just keep some of them in the back, or do you try to kind of
Yeah,
give them away?
well, yeah, I mean, we've got we've got the stuff that we put out front, and I've still got some stuff in the back that I keep or whatever. And then we've got our $5 bins, because we don't have a bunch of room. So when we do a Saturday or something, or we do like a special event, we'll put out you wouldn't equate the $1 bins to this special event, but we just kind of get some tables and put those out there. And so sometimes a lot of that stuff will go in there. It's tough, because you never know. Again, there might be that one different song or those two different songs on those compilations. So there might be 5 different, you pull them out of the bin and there's 5 Johnny Cash greatest hits, but this one's got one song. I mean, they all have Ring of Fire, they all have etc. But then Boy Named Sue's only on this one, or things like that. So yeah. All right, let's roll the dice here for you, sir. Let's see if we can get something different. A 6. You want another one? We've had the 6. Maybe you haven't had the 6 though.
Is that I just had
No, I
6?
had the 6. Yeah,
Okay,
I had the 6.
let's roll it again. You also had the 16.
16.
I did.
All right, one more time. Here we go. Oh, look, there's a whole bunch.
Hey!
Hey, wait a sec. Okay, that's a 9. I think that's a 9. So yeah,
13, I think.
13. Yeah, let's go 13. Sure.
Yes, to them.
If this album became a prime minister, what would be its first law?
All right.
Well, let's see here. That's a hard question.
I'm just trying to go through the tracks in my head.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it myself. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, these guys are not like well, they got My Hero and stuff, Waiting on a War. I mean, I think my first rule of law, I mean, in Canada, we don't actively seek out war anymore, right? We're part of the UN and all that kind of stuff. And I think that the first law would be to keep it that way. I don't think we actively need to be fighting in war. I'm okay with the peacekeeping idea, and I think the first thing would be, I mean, we all belong to countries where people have sacrificed their lives and being heroes and all that kind of stuff. And let's keep it that way. Let's just keep it in a peaceful manner. And I think that would be perfect. And you look at Dave Grohl and all that kind of, he doesn't seem to be like a gun toting nut job.
No.
I think that they would want to keep it that way. And yeah, if they became prime minister, I just can't see it turning into some left-hand turn, you know.
Has it on there? Has it got "If I Had a Gun"?
Uh,
I don't think it does.
Good
but
question.
I can't remember. It might.
Because
no.
okay, because that was on the album before they brought that out. I think if I had a toy gun, I think it's called. When I was a kid, one of his songs was. I don't know where he was going with that.
Can't
Mhm.
remember. Can't remember. All
Cool.
right. Yeah, we got some time left. We're doing all right. I don't know if we're going to get through all the letters, but let's see. My phone keeps going to sleep. And so again, I'm not trying to be rude, but next up, oh yeah, is the J. Okay, is the J. I get it. That's right. So I'm going to go with this guy, which is Mr. Jack White and Lazaretto. I don't know if you guys have this album or familiar with this album, but I don't think it was necessarily this first solo after White Stripes, but it's very cool because it's got a lot of interesting stuff. He really took record pressing in some different directions. Like you can put the needle on in the run out wax and it goes backwards and plays it correctly that way. If you put it down in a different spot, it plays different songs. There's little holograms and that. So it's kind of gimmicky, but it's also a good album. So it's gimmicky, but it's also a good album. And I like it. Of course, Third Man Records, it was a bit of a promotion for Third Man Records because it was around the time that he got that going. Because this is back to 2014. So again, this is a 11 years old album, which isn't quite as long as some of the other ones that we've been showing, but I like it. It's not the White Stripes, but I like it, and it's pretty decent. I like Jack. I think Jack's a cool dude. I think Jack's done a lot of great stuff for the vinyl community, whether not in the grand scheme of us talking heads on YouTube vinyl community, but for vinyl in general. Again, with Third Man Records and all the things that he's done and he continues to do. So yeah, it's cool. Again, if you're not familiar with Lazaretto, there's a whole bunch of interesting things that happen on this album, and I can't even remember all of them. But again, playing backwards, not playing backwards and hear different words, playing backwards and the needle goes, and it doesn't screw with your equipment either. So it's kind of cool.
I will say that it's not a documentary, but it's a thing on YouTube you can watch. There's an interview with Zane Lowe.
Yeah.
And have you seen it? When he's talking about where the White Stripes started in this room and kind of where he went and then opening his own kind of vinyl record factory, pressing plant,
Yeah.
sorry.
I don't know if I've seen it, but
That's a good one to watch, actually. That is a really good behind the scenes in-depth interview. So
cool. Yeah, there's a few others about Third Man as well that are kind of neat to watch. I shouldn't put this way because all right, let's roll the dice. Let's see what we get here. Add it to the stage. 15. I don't believe any of us have got a 15 yet.
Okay, 15, Joe. This album is a taco. What 3 ingredients are on it?
Salsa. I will go with salsa because it's spicy. Jalapenos because I like jalapenos. So any taco I'm having, it's going to have jalapenos on it. And then I don't know, cheese, because you got to have cheese on your taco. So let's go with that. Not that this album is cheesy, it's not, but I guess it could be kind of considered a little bit cheesy because there is a gimmick aspect a little bit to it, but I think it was not like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do all these other things to distract you from the music. It's a good album that just happened to have some cool other stuff going on with it. So, and when you
that's the album. That's the album too, where when the needle drops the first time, it dictates, I guess, what song it's playing or version.
Yeah, it depends where you put it down. It picks up one groove or another groove. Like I said, plays it backwards. It's got the little holograms. It's got actually on the that's not going to show. I think on one of the labels, it actually has a groove on the label. So it actually, the vinyl was all the way across the label. The label's underneath, unlike normally where it's on top. And there's a song that plays on the label and stuff as well. So yeah, it's kind of cool. And again, I know I've said it numerous times, but I will say it again. Yes, it's gimmicky, but it's also a very good album as well from Jack. So that helps.
Right on.
Yeah. Mr. Man, you are up.
Sorry, I thought everybody froze then. Right. My next letter is G for greatest hits.
No, it's not. You said you didn't do that.
No, I didn't. I went with Jesse Malin, and this is Glitter in the Gutter.
Cool. I don't know that at all.
So I bought this off David Atkinson when he was doing his purge. And I
Yeah.
was like, he's like, I think you may enjoy this. Being easier to get into Bruce and that kind of music. So went ahead, added off him, and it's brilliant. And trying to get more Jesse in my collection. So I will show you the inside. This is on double LP on black vinyl. So there's a lot of words.
Yeah. So singer, songwriter, storytelling kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
From a perspective of where he's from, or
Yeah. It's good. There's a good one on you. It's called In the Modern World. So think of Bruce
okay,
singing that. I could imagine Bruce singing that kind of lyric in the modern world.
Yeah.
If there's a presidential election happening, shall we say?
yeah.
So highly recommend this one. It's really, really good. This came out in 2007, so the guy's been around for a while.
For a bit, yeah. You know, and when I ask that question, it's like, I mean, Springsteen doesn't necessarily just write about New Jersey stuff, but you can certainly put yourself in the mind of New Jersey when you're listening to some Bruce songs. Another guy we all like, Adam Baldwin, right? There's Little Lorraine, there's the Gaspar and stuff like that. So it sometimes the singer-songwriters do a wide berth on their storytelling, and sometimes they make it very personable to themselves, and that's the case a little bit with Jesse. Or
I've always found the same thing about Billy Joel with Pennsylvania, like Allentown and song, that kind of thing too.
Yeah, Jesse Malin is a singer, guitarist, and songwriter whose music reflects the heart of his hometown, New York City, as part of the D generation. He kept the spirit of 70s glam and punk alive during the height of the grunge. He's from New York lad. It's got that Springsteen kind of
Cool.
theme to it. So
I will
I think I've shown you before. Reissue series this was that David had 2 copies of, and he said, I think you'd enjoy this. I don't think he's trying to make a buck, but he said you'd enjoy it, which I did. So I'm looking to pick more up, but it's so hard. Like, I'd never heard this guy before until David told me about him.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them kind of artists, but I really do enjoy it. I put on from time to time. It usually comes up on Apple Music quite a lot for me as well. Recommendations, probably because I've listened to it before. But So.
Good. All right, let's see what we get for you on the die. That's a 7. Looking back, 7. I don't know if we've done.
Here we go.
Yeah.
No, we haven't done that one.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, I want you to pick a musician. They can be dead or alive. What song from that album you just showed would be played at their funeral?
I'll go with Slipknot. And I'll go Bastards of Young.
Oh, there you go. Sure, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
Or you could pick Aftermath.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fuck it. Let's go with Slipknot. We don't get mentioned very often, so let's go with Slipknot.
Corey Taylor would appreciate that.
Yeah, Bastards of Young.
Yep, we would. That's true.
And I'm not a fan of this. It's like one of them weird kind of things it comes in, so you've got to try and work it out because it's got to go in, then you've got to wrap it around, and then it opens at the side. So it's if you have a few drinks, leave it till tomorrow. Right?
I'll deal with that tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. All right, Daryl, you are up, sir.
Okay, so my next letter was the letter N, and I figured, why not go with a soundtrack? Probably one of my favorite movies of the 80s, if not all time. I haven't seen this in a while, but The Never Ending Story.
Nice.
It's an
Cool.
amazing movie.
Aren't they making a new
Absolutely.
one? Have I seen
I
it on
don't know. I
Instagram?
mean, I'd heard rumors about it. I heard rumors about that. I heard rumors about Bloodsport too, that they're going to make a remake of the original Bloodsport, which would be terrible. Jean-Claude Van Damme makes that movie. You can't do that. And same thing with this one. I forget who plays him, but the kid that plays Atreyu, or is it Atreyu, the boy? You know, I don't know. I mean, just let me just look at the back. I mean, all those characters from the movie, the Rock thing, and the old guy. Just a great. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just a great. I'm not into fantasy movies too much, but it's a great fantasy movie. And I mean, who wouldn't want a luff dragon as a pet?
Who's this? Who's the singer on the back there, Daryl, with the blonde mullet?
Lamal. Yes, Lamal. He does the title track.
Right. I thought I'd seen his face before. I was like, I'm sure Daryl's mentioned that before. That guy.
Yeah, I have that album too.
All right. Okay.
And I mean, those people that are familiar with Giorgio Moroder, I mean, he had his fingers in all kinds of projects back in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
So- So would you put that down as a kid? Is that one of your favorites? Because as a kid, mine was the Flight Navigator.
Oh, that's a good movie too. That is an amazing movie where I love that when he gets on the ship and there's all those little alien creatures, and the one alien creature looks like it's gonna be all nice and it tries to bite him. That's an amazing movie.
Eats his hat.
Yeah.
I may have watched it a
Oh.
few times.
Yeah, maybe.
For
That sounds cool.
kids movies, if I'm going with something that I wanna, this is almost like a revenge thing in this one, because when he comes down on the Luff Dragon at the very end, they come down, and those kids that are bullying him at the beginning, he gets back at them. So that's kind of that. But if I wanted a sad movie, the Never Ending, An American Tale. That one there with Fievel, that's a sad movie, and of course Linda Ronstadt doing Somewhere Out There. That's a sad one. But if I wanted humor, we'll go with Flight of the Navigator. We'll go with the Goonies, like the Goonies as a kid. Those are all good movies.
Hey, you guys. Bad News Bears, and there's no argument. Bad News Bears. But anyway.
And I will say that there is a Never Ending Story Part 2, but it is shit.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Sometimes they get it right, and then other times they just get it very, very wrong. So, all right, let's roll them. What do you got here? That looks like this is a 13. We didn't do the 13. Did we?
I did. If this album became a prime minister, what would its first law be?
Okay, all right, then
Let's
let's roll it again for you. 14. How about double sevens?
Yeah. If this album were to be banned in another country, what would the reason be? Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, there are those folks that are just scared of fantasy, and I think honestly, any country where religion plays a key role, I think this would be banned in some of those countries because it's fantasy.
Yep.
And I think it would go against anything that, I guess, the Bible or Quran or whatever, the Book of Mormon, whatever you're looking at, whatever your book, I think those are the places it would be banned.
I thought he was going to say because it gets stuck in your head because the never ending story. It's like once it's in there, you can't get it out.
Yeah. Yep. Quickly before I forget, because I'm of the age now when I think of something, I have to say it. I don't know if you guys have been watching, and we aren't going to play the promo, and it's not a documentary, but the new Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage. If you haven't started watching it,
I have seen it. I've seen it.
It's good. I like it. I like it.
I saw a bit of the trailer.
Yeah.
I saw a bit of the trailer, and I was like, "Oh, this is dark. I like this."
Yeah, and you got to watch it in black and white because Prime actually gives you the option. You can watch it in color or black and white.
Really?
You just got to watch it in black and white. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way it should be. So I recommend it. It's pretty darn good. And I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan. So
Yeah.
I know he's done a lot of crap, but when he's good, he's really good, and he's very good at this. So Okay, my next letter, I had the E 3 times. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them, but we're going to start off with this guy, Eminem.
Yes.
And this happens to be the hits.
Yes.
Of which there were quite a few. So you know what? I was not a big Marshall Mathers fan to begin with, but I've come around to him. He's one of those artists that it's like, okay, yeah, I get it, and I enjoy it, and it's good. Again, it doesn't hit the turntable a whole bunch of times. Plus, the kid grew up and stopped being as much of an asshole as he was at the beginning. Kind of, not completely, but kind of. But I enjoy it. Of course, there's all the stuff on here. Stan featuring Dido, which was an answer in Jeopardy. We've had that one, but Lose
Which
Yourself.
I got right.
Yeah.
Which I got right.
Yeah, exactly. You did. That's right. Real Slim Shady, etc., etc. So yeah, it's good. Gatefold. So you got to show the gatefold, and there's nothing that you can't show in this gatefold, unlike Queens of the Stone Age. But yeah, you know what? I think he'd probably be an interesting show to go see too. But I don't know how much he's ever toured. It doesn't seem like he's ever done a whole bunch of stuff. I remember him obviously doing the stuff with Dre at the Super Bowl and stuff like that, which was pretty good. But I'd go see Eminem. I'd go and see him. So although
I think he does mostly like you'll see him on MTV Awards and stuff like
Yeah.
or stuff like he'll come out with the boiler suit with the chainsaw.
yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine that tour though. If he went out on tour and did stadiums, the number of people that would go to that show.
Yeah.
I don't know how it hasn't happened because money, because that thing would just rake in dough with the fact that he hasn't toured a whole bunch and he's been around for a while now. That's the thing. He's not a kid anymore. So yeah. Anyway, Eminem curtain call, the greatest hits, best of, whatever you want to call it, the hits. So
I feel left out now. I should have picked G as greatest hits. Should I?
yeah, we'll take care of it for you this time. So all right, let's see. Roll again. Here we go. That's a 10.
10.
Yeah, we've had a 10. But
Hey, here we go. This is a good one. I think we go. If that album was a weather forecast, what would it be predicting?
Trouble Ahead, I think maybe Trouble Ahead, something like that. So a change in, again, like I said, for me, a change in mind, a change in the weather, we'll call it, because I was not a huge fan to begin with, and I'm not a huge fan, but I've certainly come around and I do enjoy and this is all I need from him. I don't need all the albums. I had some for a while and I sold them and I just kept this. But yeah, so a change in the weather because I changed my attitude. I changed my mind on Marshall. So there you go.
And a good movie, 8 Mile.
It was a good movie.
It is a
yeah,
good movie.
It was good for sure. And yeah, like I said, the guy was just an asshole to start with. Well, and probably still to a certain extent, but I
will say my favorite part of that whole movie is the last battle at the end. I mean, that's just it just builds up to that whole moment. That's an amazing battle at the very end.
Agreed. Yep. I mean, if I started not listening to guys that were assholes, there'd probably be half of my collection. Would be so it is what it is, unfortunately. So
you'd put him under W.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Joe would have to retire his entire Kiss album.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Simmons. Oh, all right. There's no comments, so I don't know. Nobody's chatting with us tonight. What the heck?
So my next letter was Y for Yankee.
Okay.
And it was a matter of time before this happened. It's the Stereophonics.
Well, that took a while. That took, let's see, that took 1 hour, 38 minutes and 29 seconds to get to that. So that's good.
So this is actually Kelly and his dad in the pub together.
Is it? Yeah. Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I think he was about 8 years old having a pint.
What the hell?
So this album is called You Gotta Go There to Come Back. So
early for them.
2002. This came out, I think. 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, this came out 2003. Just in case this band were the first band to be signed by Richard Branson on the Virgin label. So yes, I'll show the inside. There they are, the original band: Kelly, Richard, and Stuart in
Nice.
in the studio. Just a little heads up that not many people actually know this, and nobody really cares about the Stereophonics apart from myself. But
That's not true.
After the first two albums, Stuart got fed up of going to studios. So do you know what he did? He built a garage on his drive by the side of the house and transformed it into a studio, so
Really?
they'd have to literally go down the road to create an album.
Nice. I hate going out of my house. I'm just going to build my studio here. Yeah, that's good.
This came on black vinyl. It did have a vinyl issue back in 2003, but it was very, very, very limited, as you can imagine, in those days, mostly CD. But this is a good rock album. I think Joe and Daryl, you may enjoy this, actually.
Cool.
The massive hit on you was Maybe Tomorrow. Another stomper was Madam Helga. Now that's a rock song straight away.
Yeah.
It's just Stewart's on the drums, bang, let's go. It's that kind of music. So
Cool.
if you've listened to Bartender and the Thief and that kind of music, it's kind of like in that direction. You Stole the Money, Honey, Getaway, Jealousy, I'm All Right, You Gotta Go There to Come Back, Nothing Precious at All, Rainbows of Pot of Gold, I Miss You Now, High as a Ceiling, and Since I Told You It Was Over. So I don't know if I've shown this one before, to be honest.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't
think
mean
so.
not that I've seen everything you've ever done ever, but I don't remember that one. So
I think this was their fourth album, and this was the last album with Stewart before he got fired.
okay.
So,
Hey, well, we've established all the cool kids have been fired at some point.
so this album in my record room at Liz's, if you look at the drum skin, that drum skin is off this album, because if you look at the writing, when it's got
Right.
Cable on it, obviously he signed it to me. But yeah, it's a good album, good rock album. Go and stream it. I'll send you the link later on YouTube. You know I
Yeah.
will.
Awesome. Yeah, good. All right, let's see. I don't know. We've got a few left that we haven't had yet, but there's been some good ones. There's been some good ones. Good on you, Daryl, and whoever may have helped as well. So that's an 8. I don't think we've had an 8. Maybe,
Yes,
yeah,
actually,
early.
Chris is the one that had an 8.
Chris is the one that had the 8. Okay, well, let's roll again, just because we have the capability. Oh, I should put up the thing. Wait. Add this page there. Let's say that's a 6, so make it a 10. No, we just had a 10. Let's say that's a 9, so that's a 13. Either way, we've had it. So let's roll again. One more time, regardless of what it is. Here we go. That's a 5.
5, right.
Didn't we just have? Oh no, we didn't just have a 5. That is at the bottom.
We
Never
should
mind.
start writing these down.
Yeah, we should. No, they come up on the side.
Here we go, Chris. Would you consider that album to be like a fine wine, a glass of lemonade, or a hot cocoa?
Me, probably. It's always going to be alcohol with me.
Yes,
I'd probably go a fine wine, because it's got better over the years, I'd say.
Yeah.
You always find out bands at the time you think, oh, it's okay, but when you go back years later, you think, do you know what, that was actually quite a good album.
Yeah.
And like I said, if I was going to pick us one song on you, the big one in the UK was Maybe Tomorrow, but Madam Helga's the rock song that you need to check out. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
it's always
Okay.
alcohol. It's always alcohol. for Christ's sake.
No, but that's I think that's probably what you were going for in that question, right? Did it age well? Does
Yeah.
it give you the warm fuzzies with the hot chocolate, right? So yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Daryl, you are up, sir.
Well, like Chris said, it only took this long for him to get the stereophonics out. Well, my next letter was G,
There you
and it
go.
only took this long for me to talk about this
Yay!
band, Glass Tiger and the Thin Red Line album, which is, I mean, I don't know. I've talked about this so many times, but this is their, what year was this? 85 or 86, I can't remember. And I can never read without glasses. I can't even see.
Daryl, is that
What
the
year
one I
is this?
sent you? That was on-
86.
Is that the one that got released? They get releasing it on the Tiger variant record.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, this is a 1980. I think the reason it is because this is a 1986 release, so that would be 40 years old now. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm
30.
40. Yeah, 83. I was born. I'm 43. So yeah, yeah, 43 years. 43. 43 years old. Fuck, I can't do the maths. I'm dyslexic.
86, 2026. That's what 40.
Let's go with that. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
40. Yeah, it's 40 years old.
It's 40.
Yeah, it's 40 years old. So I mean, this had the hit that went, Billboard Top 40. Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. But I mean, Thin Red Line, Vanishing Tribe, Someday, I Will Be There, You're What I Look For. I mean, the whole album is just it's really good in my opinion. And I even have the 45 that has the B side, which is Ecstasy on it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it's a really good one. I know that I talk about it lots, but if it wasn't for me, I don't know. Glass Tiger they wouldn't have a champion, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
I've never been to a concert or anything like that. I really should go one day.
Yeah, we'll get you there one day. Exactly. I like them. All right, let's roll. See what you get. That is a 10. Did you do the 10? I know we've done a 10, but
If this album were a weather forecast, what would it predict? No, I have not.
okay, there you go.
I mean, I would honestly say I think for me, this album is like calm weather. Just calm listening. I mean, yeah, it's got some rock on it, it's soft pop, but I think it's pretty easy listening music.
Good.
That is
I
what I would say.
I enjoyed it. I will
Yeah.
say that. I did enjoy it. I would have never heard of Glass Tiger if it was for Daryl, though. Because he keeps just banging on, but it's like me talking about the Stereophonics. He's kind of like, what the hell is this about? But it's good. It's good music. I will say that. I am very tempted about just buying the variant and just sending it to Daryl.
That's right. Yeah.
Because it is cool. It's got that tiger effect, doesn't it, Daryl?
It is cool. It is cool.
I could just imagine going, that son of a bitch.
I don't think there was anything in that new collection that came in. I can't remember. I don't think there's much that you don't already have by them. There might be maybe some 12-inch singles, right? Like some extended mix version.
No, I have all their studio albums except for the 31 one, but that one there is just I think it's just that was only ever done on CD though, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And it's more like I think what they did was they refined most of their songs.
Okay. Cool. All right. Speaking of great Canadian bands that we talk about a lot over here, Chris, I can't remember. I think we've talked about them with you before, but my next one is T, and I just picked this one up. It is 5440 and Trusted by Millions. Great album. Actually, I got a couple. They just reissued a couple of their albums in the last little while, and I think one was for Record Store Day. But 5440, been around for a long time, like early 80s, back to that first original, the Green album, whatever you want to call it. They're self-titled, the one that's all green. But Cheer Up Peru on here, which wasn't really a big, Couldn't Be Sorry. What was the big one on here? Lies to Me was the big one on here for sure. But just good. Chris, I don't know, again, if you're familiar with, but these guys could be a little bit like the Cult at times, like from the album Love, not so much from Electric, things like that. They could be a little REM-like as well, along the lines of that. Maybe I think they would fall into that category. If you know the Hootie and the Blowfish song, what is it, Daryl? What's that one called? Damn it.
I Go Blind.
I Go Blind. Yeah, that was actually an original by 5440, but they've got a little bit of, again, even a little bit of Doors, like if you want to call the Cult a little Doors-like as well, back to the original one, One Gun and stuff like that. They're just very
early to mid 90s. I think he would like the Smiling Buddha Cabaret.
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's
sure.
a really good one.
Yeah, it's good, and you go and see them live, and it's one of those bands, at least in Canada anyway, you go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, because they have really just, up until even recent, the new album has a pretty decent hit song on it. And it's still them. It's still staying true to themselves. They didn't really branch out. They didn't vary a lot of things, but just one of my favorites that I listen to often. And I think I've got 5 of theirs now, but they've got 7 or 8 or 10 different albums out. So
yeah, I think you showed that one when we were on with Curtis.
could have been, yeah, could have been,
and
maybe.
I think
So,
because we were doing bands that are not big outside of your country. That
Yeah,
was the one.
I think you're right.
I did stream. It's really good. I had a look online. Not available in the UK.
Yeah, no, that one will have to find you something. And I don't know that there is a greatest hits or a best of. There should be a 54.
Why do you say? Why do you think of me then when you say that?
I don't know. It just came to mind because I was looking down and there was a best of. It was because I could still see the Eminem best of. That's all it was. It was that. So, yeah, that's exactly
Cool.
5440 is just re-looking it up. It's a reference to like the boundaries between Canada and the United States.
Yeah, 5440 or fight was the big rally cry because we were trying to set the border between Canada and the US, and of course the US wanted it way higher than it was and we wanted it lower than it was, so we argued and we 49th parallel, right? Good Lord, I should know that. I think we're on the 49th parallel, aren't we? I don't know.
I don't know what day it is.
Yeah. I wasn't looking to you for the answer. I was looking at Daryl for the answer more than anything, but
Yeah.
but
I forget where we settled at. I forget what the boundary is.
I think it's the 49th. I don't know. We're just bad.
I know the
Canadians.
60th parallel is where the territories meet the provinces. But
Yeah, then 49 sounds about right. We'll look it up. There,
49th, that's what it is. 49th parallel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, there you go. Perfect. All right, let's roll it here. What do we get? An 11. I
11.
don't believe we've had 11.
All right, Joe. What animal sound do you think would enhance any song on that album?
I think if you had a howling wolf, I think would add to it a little bit of howling wolf in the background. I think that would be good, and that's always a very cool sound. And that puts me in the mind of because they're from British Columbia, so a wolf in British Columbia with 5440. There you go. That's off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds good.
There you go. All right, so let's do that. We got 8 minutes if we want to stay to the 2 hours. There's a whole bunch of records still that are pulled out. What do you want to do? I mean, we can't roll the dice for all the ones that are left. We could show what we've got left, but we can't roll the dice for everything we got left. Well, we could, but
I'll take question number 1.
yeah.
Question number 1 is would be number 2.
Would be number 2, yeah.
So choose. So basically, are we going to do a speed round?
Yeah, I
Sure.
think so.
Yeah. Yeah, and then one more question based off of what we show, and you can use any of the albums off of what we show. So
Okay, that's fine. That's
So
fine.
the question that you'll get, Chris, is choose one musician that you would like to see remake the entire album.
okay. Just Johnny Rotten do who are you getting to redo the album?
I'd like him to try and re-record it how it would sound today compared to back and then when they recorded it raw. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think Johnny would make a lot of money off that one.
Yeah.
Joe's not going to like this, but this is a Rhino high fidelity release.
That's okay. That's good. Yeah, no, that's good. They do some great stuff for sure. So that's awesome.
So yeah, there you go. Not what you're expecting. This was going to be my next one, which was Never Mind the Bollocks. So as Ed. So yeah, there you go.
All right, you gonna show your other ones, or what are you gonna do?
Let's pick another one, Daryl, because the other ones I can't really ask them to remake the albums because they're pretty cool.
Okay. Let me see here.
I don't think
23?
we did it.
I'm just
23.
trying to find a question to see if there's one that I haven't asked yet.
We've got 23.
Number 3?
Yeah, we asked that one.
You already did 3 many times. Okay, we'll do number 4.
Okay.
This one you should be able to do with Never Mind the Bollocks for sure. if that album got arrested, what would the charges be?
A lot of people would say the album. But I'm gonna go with where's it by? Too Bad. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, Never Again.
What about? I mean, you could go with breaking and entering because they broke into the school
Yeah.
100 times, right? In Photograph. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got Woke Up This Morning. Where Do I Hide? So
There you
there's
go.
that one. Yeah, we'll move on because
Okay. All right, Daryl. All right, Daryl, you go.
My speed round.
Sure, you do your speed round, and then we'll roll the dice, or you can pick yourself a question, whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'll speed round it. So my next letter would have been another I. So earlier I went with what did I go with? Idol. Go with
Right.
Iron Butterfly. I think these guys are fantastic. Psych Rock. And of course, this is the Inagata Devita album with the full 17-minute side 2 version of that. So yeah, I mean, if you're into psych rock, that's a good one.
Yep.
My next letter was K, so I went with Katrina and the Waves. Walking on Sunshine. I mean, for a while, I wouldn't have been able to listen to this album because I just heard that song so many times that I couldn't stand it anymore. But this is pretty good. I don't know, 80s pop album. So Trina and the Waves. Next was the letter L, another greatest hits one or compilation with Linkin Park. This is fantastic. It's got everything that you need on it. It's a 2-disc set.
That's a good greatest hits.
I could show the gatefold. What's that?
Yeah, that's a brilliant greatest hits.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's all I would need.
Yeah. And once again, it's basically before Chester passed away there.
Unless you're going to get Hybrid Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good solid all the way through album for sure.
All right, here's one that we don't see too often. My next letter was the letter P. And I went with Charlie Pride, who is a country musician, but this album holds kind of some memories for me, which is that Burgers and Fries song on there. My dad used to play it when I was a little kid, and it's in the movie Breakdown with Kurt Russell. I think I've mentioned that before. He goes into this hillbilly cafe on the side of the highway, and nobody's willing to help him, and it's playing on the jukebox that is in the cafe. Next, I had the letter R.
Yes.
Lionel Richie.
Lionel, very nice.
And this has lots of good stuff on it. I mean, it's Penny Lover, Stuck on You, All Night Long, Can't Slow Down, Hello, Running with the Night. I mean, this is almost like a greatest hits album on its own. Can't go wrong with a little R&B and Lionel Richie, you know. And of course, he's, with the Commodores. And then my last one was the letter O. Speaking of R&B-esque, Billy Ocean, the Love Zone album. And this one, once again, this has a whole pile of good songs on it. When the going gets tough, Love Zone. There'll be sad songs to make you cry. Hey.
Very nice. I like that. I like that old Billy Ocean song. I think it was in Love Actually or whatever. And I can't remember what the hell it was called now, but it was more like a 50s kind of a boppy song or whatever. I like that one.
Yeah.
And then Billy was always good. Billy had, again, another guy that I played numerous times when I was DJing in the 80s. His songs just lent themselves to that for sure. So okay,
Scott from DJ Vinyl Vertigo would have loved those last two picks.
Yeah,
Lionel Richie and Billy Ocean. He loves that stuff.
I think I have and I'm not joking. I think I have 12 copies of that Lionel Richie album at the shop. It's in every collection that you buy because he sold a whole bunch. It's just one of those that comes up all the time because he sold a whole bunch of them. So, do you want an 8? What do you want to do, or do you want a different one? You can pick whatever you want,
8?
or you can go with 8.
Oh yeah, if I'll go with 8.
Okay.
So if I had to describe one of those albums in terms of dog breeds, would I say a Chihuahua, a Golden Retriever, or a Doberman Pinscher? Well, I'm going to go with Lincoln Park, and I'm going to say that is full on Doberman Pinscher.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, that is that. There's some heavy songs on there. The bite you or punch you right in the face. That's
Bite you
what
in the
I'm
ass,
going with.
actually. Might even bite you in the ass. So
I remember when
Even
that,
bite you in the-
if you remember when that got released, that greatest hits, there was like 30,000 variants.
There was.
Oh, mine is just on black vinyl.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's do this. Let's go my next letter, because I have to look and see at what my letter was, because I didn't do like the first of the name or anything like that. Anyway, was my second E, and I went with the Black Keys and El Camino. They've got a new album out that is pretty good. Black Keys don't stray too far from any of their albums, but this is the deluxe edition, so it's pretty cool because this was a great album. On top of then also with it, there's a live album, so you kind of get all of the Black Keys that you could want. Live in Portland Part 2 and Live in Portland Part 1. So you get Howlin' for You and you get all of that. So it's very, very good. I like that one. I like the Black
The
Keys.
thing that kills me about that album is it's called El Camino, and all 3 pictures are of a minivan.
Of minivans. I know. Yeah, exactly. Come on, boys. What are you doing? But I get it, I guess. So El Camino for the E. And then what did I have? Oh, the X that you guys were laughing about. I just got this. This was if I don't have a lot of holy grails left to get. And this is not necessarily a grail, but this is definitely one that I've been looking to get for a while. And I recently came across it and I picked it up. And it is the band Kix and Blow My Fuse. So Cold Blood's on here. Just one of those 80 bands, kind of 80s, early 90s, late 80s.
Is that the one that has Don't Close Your Eyes on it?
Yes, I believe that is on here, as well as Cold Blood is on here. Blow My Fuse also on here. Don't Close Your Eyes. So yeah, it's just a very solid, not a hair metal album, but again, of that genre, of that age. And it's one that I'd been looking for a long time and finally knocked it off the list. So that was the X, which doesn't really count, but I wanted to show because I found it. Another one that I picked up recently, it's a reissue, and it's one that I had told Mr. Mann to look out for over there, and that is Pulp in Different Class. So I finally got a reissue of it. Common People, fantastic song. That's kind of the one that I knew. But then Disco 2000 on here as well. And it's different. It's got some interesting stuff on here. I'd never heard the whole album before because I just hadn't ever bothered to stream the whole thing. I knew Common People, I knew Disco 2000, but I hadn't listened to the whole album, and it's wacky. There's some good stuff on there. There's the back as well. I don't know what.
There's a good song in there called "Sorted Out for a Reason," Wiz.
Like I said,
that was a big hit in the UK. That one as well. I mean, not as big as Common People, but yeah.
That's really all there was over here was Common People. So that was about it. Okay, P. No, what did I have? I had a D actually. No, Pulp. Yes, Pulp D. This will surprise you guys. Maybe it's Bob Dylan. And I know Bob Dylan is hated, loved, a little bit of everything in the vinyl community. I don't hate Bob Dylan. I much prefer other people singing Bob Dylan songs. But the Hurricane is on here, and that is worth the price of admission alone. The song that he did about Ruben, it's just such a fantastic song. It really reminds me of of his time. Tweeter and the Monkey Man, it puts you in the mind of that, which actually this was before Tweeter and the Monkey Man, of course. But I don't mind Bob every once in a while. And I came across that one in the last little while. What did I have next?
What I will say, though, Bob Dylan is an amazing songwriter.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's the thing. Like, I am not a huge fan of his voice for sure. But there's times that I don't mind it. Like in that song, he sounds great. And in Wilbury stuff, he sounds good. And other times, I'm not of the camp of, oh my God, I can't listen to Bob Dylan. I don't make a big point of it very often, but you're right. He wrote some fantastic songs, and the people that sing those songs do them very well, and I'm happy with that. So 2 left. M was next, and I went with Metallica and the S&M album. This thing's killer. Never really been a Metallica's greatest hits, but this kind of counts. And then there's S&M 2 as well, which comes with everything after this, with the symphony. Really, really cool stuff. Good stuff. Came across that at Dooley's Records in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. If you're out there and you're watching, he's got a good channel and he's got some good stuff, and it's an interesting place. And lastly was my third E. I'm not exactly sure how I ended up with 3 E's, but I did. And to do that, I went with Mr. Elvis Costello and the Attractions and Armed Forces. One of the few MoFis that I actually own, and this is a great album. This is number 4023 of however many they made. Great album, sounds unbelievably good, but there you go. So for my last E, it was Elvis Costello. And let's do this, and let's do this. 7. Lucky 7. No, that's it. Yeah, let's go 7. Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to pick a musician, dead or alive. What song from any of those albums would be played at their funeral?
Well, let's go with I don't know. Damn, that's a good one. That's a very good one. I want to say Enter Sandman, but then I don't know who that would fit for, but I think that's just a good funeral song. Unfortunately, good or bad, but I think there's a lot of rockers that might use that as their funeral song. For what it's worth, just to bring the mood down, mine happens to be Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. And Chris, man, the fact that you are not a big Tom Petty fan almost breaks our friendship. Almost breaks our friendship that you are not a big Tom Petty fan.
I just is one of them. I just can't. I got the greatest hits. I got the greatest hits.
Yeah,
but
I get that. That's all right though. It doesn't break our friendship, but it's pretty damn close, man.
I've tried.
I know. I know. Hey, we all have those artists.
So I've got a. Sorry, I didn't realize I've got a few left. Hang on, 2 secs. So, what about Delaney and Bonnie? Home came under the H. You've seen this amazing band.
Yes.
How about some of this? Buckingham and Nicks for B.
Cool.
And then to finish it off, that nobody's actually going to give a fucking flying shit about, but I got this week. This was under G, and the album's called Grey. It's Mr. Keith Sutherland's new album.
Oh, cool. And how is it? Good?
It's on a good pressing, actually.
Yeah.
Like the actor?
Yeah.
Yes, mate.
Wow.
All those crazy singing Canadian actors, right? Him and
I've seen him
piano.
live in Cardiff, and he was good. Think of like pop country kind of music. He's not really singing. You could tell it's him. What's the guy from 24?
Yeah.
But this is more relaxed, more country kind of music, but a bit of Keith Sutherland in your life. Not what anybody was expecting me to pull, but that's the only G I had. Otherwise, he was going to be greatest hits.
All right.
So,
is there a number we didn't do, Daryl? Is there a question we didn't do? 11? Did we have? I think we had an 11. 15, maybe?
17?
There was only 16 questions, Chris.
No, we had the. Yes, we didn't do this one.
Okay.
Pick an album. What would be included on its dating profile?
Oh fuck.
Well,
fuck.
These questions were very good, by the way, Daryl. Thank you for doing that.
Side B, Cruel World.
We'll go with I'm a Rebel.
That's right.
Yeah.
Complete rebel.
That would be Billy Idol's part of his profile would be does not like wearing shirts.
There's a track on you as well called Third Time a Charm. So there you go. There was your live stream. There was Roll the Bones, Roll the Dice. Thanks for everyone who commented tonight. All two of you.
Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Dale. Yeah.
People must be out on their fishing boats or something today.
Don't know what's going on. Thank you for watching. Everybody's going to watch this later. I do appreciate it. I'll put a link down below for every channel. Go and subscribe. Go and check them out. Go and subscribe to Daryl's channel. Just do it. He's so we'll go around the board itself because we're talking about rolling the dice. So like that board game. Yeah. Okay.
I got you.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
So Joe. Anything coming up in the shop? Because you got on a vinyl as well. You just run that channel kind of thing. You've picked up some records yourself.
Yeah.
So are we expecting a video?
I think so. Yeah, probably. You know, I bought enough in the last little while. I've actually got some more stuff coming in probably end of the week. So I'll probably do a May pickups into June, into the first week of June. Some of it I've shown already, but there's some other cool stuff that I've picked up in the last little while. There's a few that I'm looking forward to showing up in the next bit as well. One just came out on Friday. I've been talking about Social Distortion for a while. I haven't listened to it yet because I haven't got it yet either. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then there'll probably be some whack-a-mole. I'll grab a couple of boxes and do, hey, this is some of the stuff that is coming out of this collection. I'll do a little bit of that. I don't like to do specific stuff because I never know what people are looking for. So if I just grab a couple boxes and pull a few things out and it's a surprise and it's first come, first serve when it comes to the shop. So yeah. Cool.
Daryl, any threads?
Absolutely none. I don't know if Gordon from I Dig Vinyl is still doing his contest. I haven't checked lately. Honestly, I've been so busy. I haven't even caught up on my YouTube stuff or anything. Busy here.
Well, Daryl's got
I have no videos on the go.
Yeah, Daryl's got to study for Rock and Roll Jeopardy too. He's got to get his he's got to get some study time in for that because
I got to lock in.
Yeah, that's
gotta
right.
lock in. Okay, cool. Yeah, go and subscribe to the channels. They got really good channels. I can't really promote them enough, to be honest. Daryl is my thread guy and discovering Canadian music. He's always good at that kind of stuff. Joe's always very educational when it comes to his videos, and I do love his On a Vinyl channel, which he shows stuff, and then I kind of send him a message going, "What's that?"
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. Thanks to everybody who's going to watch us later. I do appreciate it. And we will speak to you soon. So from myself, Joe, and Daryl, hope you have a good evening, good morning, whenever you're going to watch this. And we'll catch you soon. So thanks so much for watching and goodbye.
That's it for the show. We hope it won't cost you too much dough. We always enjoy hanging with you. We hope you like hanging with us too.